When I was yours, you told me not to leave it all behind. I guess that's what I've done. And now I don't feel the way that I should feel inside. It's time to let it go. We started out strong, into the end. You gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. We started out strong, into the end. You gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. You gave me something. Although it hurts, I know that you're the reason I feel down. It's time to let it go. 'Cause we don't work, and I'm tired of trying to turn it all around. I'm rising from it all. We started out strong, until the end. You gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. We started out strong until the end. You gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to Falador. Surprise, surprise. Still Falador. But we are starting our Raids 3 prep. It starts today. So, I hope you need a lot of oak logs for Raids 3. If so, we'll be very prepared. Hello, Lego King. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it on this fine Monday. Or at least tolerable. Hey Sam, my king, have you addressed the fire cape idea? You are my miracle. Well, thank you. I assume by that you're referencing the that I'd made a comment in one of my videos about how, like, or I don't know if it was a video or in that poll, but like I could wait, where is it? I always get lost. I can teleport to the Tazara fight pits, and that won't take me into another chunk. It'll take me into an underworld chunk, and I can do that like right now if I wanted to. Well, right now. And just head there. And I wouldn't unlock any new chunks because it's a dungeon. And so then in theory I'd have to also get like an infernal cape and all the pets there and stuff. But no, I'm not gonna do that because it feels wrong. So, since last time, what has happened? We've gotten 48 bird's nests. We have topped off our oak logs to 96,000. Anything else? That's mostly all I've been doing, just chopping. Just chopping, pretty much. You actually meant 99 farming. Or 99 fire making. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. Oh, wait. Are you the... I know someone had suggested that I get 99 fire making and then go get the cape so that I can have a light source for Mole. If that's what you're referencing, I'm not planning on making a whole lot of exceptions, and so I'm probably gonna go ahead with that. But for the I am banking all the logs for 99 fire making though, so that's what we're contributing towards that today. Hey Peru, so what drug do you do to keep on going? I am high on life. I don't know. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I just get motivation from seeing all the progress add up. And it kind of like compounds on itself. It's like, well, if I've already put in 2,500 hours, I can add on another like 7 today, you know? So like past grinding encourages future grinding kind of thing, at least for me. But I'm pretty close to hitting the white stack of logs, which is what's driving me at this current second. I'm excited about that. And last time we hit 99 wood cutting, so it's fun seeing that that post 99 experience. According to Runelight, we are 46% to level 100, if there were a level 100.
Told you that I'm slightly broken, that I might lose focus when I am.
Oh, also something big that happened, at least for me. Our Zami eggs passed our Guthix eggs, so now the Guthix are behind. So the race gets tighter. But right now I'm saving up, I think I'm saving up 100 nests. That's my current goal. I'm hoping I can get 100 by next stream. That'd be awesome. but if not, we'll be real close. And then we'll open them on Thursday, and hopefully, I'm really hoping that with Wednesday's update, they're gonna give me some second tiers, but maybe that's hopeful thinking. Hey Brennan, welcome. We're here again in the Falador.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, also since last time, I also got 58 Hunter today, which that level's like, well actually, like half of it was passive. I think I did grind some of it earlier on. Hey Rince, will your rules require getting the whole Evil Chicken outfit when you eventually unlock that chunk? That's a great question. In regards to that, I would follow the extreme rules, which most people would classify that as a meme drop rate, but it kind of, it kind of depends. Like, for instance, if you have birdhouses unlocked, it's a little bit more reasonable because of how frequently you can get bird's eggs from there. Also, I'll have load saved up here, so like, if I were to get that, I would use all my eggs, see where we go, and then, evaluate from there. Thank you, Brennan, thank you. Your guy is too insane for you to even be interested in, but you have your respect. It's not for everybody. Yeah, got in here early. Welcome, Cotton-Appin'. Welcome. You get to catch more logs than other people. Exciting. Yeah, it's definitely more doable with birdhouses. If you're doing this, I've got 99 woodcutting and like 35 eggs or something. If you have several years here chopping, could be possible. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, all the time that I've been playing, not actually a very small portion of it, or fairly small, has been woodcutting. Most of it's been combat of some variety. So I'm excited to see what like a whole year of just woodcutting will do. And it could make stuff a lot more, like, reasonable. But we'll see. Hey Jared, welcome. How goes the Raids 3 prep? It's going pretty well. I'm hoping that Raids 3 requires 96,086 oak logs, because that's what I've been planning for. But we'll just have to see on Wednesday, I suppose. Maple U Gang represent. You're like the Power Rangers when they do like the, I think it's them, they do like the point at each other and then it goes, right? Power Ranger pointing, right? Or am I thinking of something else? Not sure. We will chop oak logs and burn the tombs of a mascot. That is the plan. We'll smoke out all those big rewards. I could if I get to 50 seed nests, I might consider opening them tonight, because I've gotten really lucky with my seed nests, so like the likelihood that by next Thursday I get to 100, which is replicating my current luck, it's quite low. And if I didn't get to 100, I would want to save till 100, so then we'd have to wait till Monday's stream, which would... Maybe I'll open them tonight, but we'll see if we can get 50 first.
Oh, yeah.
Only because we're watching, Daddy. Right. So today, I experienced something new. I went to the chiropractor for the first time in my family's history. Like I don't think anyone in my family has ever been to the chiropractor. But my back, oh man, it was so bad. I mean, it's still not great, but so I'm supposed to go back Wednesday, but oh, there were a lot of popping going on. Oh, sorry, I'll turn it on. I've had my private off all day and it just never felt like a good time to turn it on. Decided to play some League because your last stream talking about it? Oh, I see. The people suck, the games are fun though. Yeah, sometimes you just get certain like experiences that you're like, yeah, this is a good time. I'm having fun playing this game. And other times, it like, you know, you have slight ping or you can always blame it on the jungler somehow, you know. Scoliosis check? I don't think I got scoliosis, but my back is like, my problem is that I sit so much at work and then I come home and carry kids and then I sit at a computer, so it all adds up to be not great spinal health, turns out. So I'm supposed to focus a lot more on moving and like getting up every once in a while, walking around, squeaking my chair a lot, stuff like that. If you're in here, hit the like button and boost the numbers. Murphy. Jared Murphy is preaching, everybody. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I just want to open them tonight, actually. Sounds like a good time. Open. Whatever makes you want to keep chopping him down, boy. Let's see. How many nests did we get last time? It was like 80 something? Like 88, I think we had. If we open them Thursday, we might break 88. Have a new high. Already listened to that. Oh yeah. I'm really liking these Monstercat chill out genre songs. I don't know if you guys have an opinion, but it's easy to vibe to. Monstercat's great. Yeah. So surprised we haven't had a Lord of the Seeds opening yet. Yeah, I thought surely with 88 we would get it. So last time we didn't even get any use, which was shocking to me. We went like 3 times over the rate or something. Like 2.5 times over the rate for UC. Which is a little unlucky, but I mean the time before that had loads, so just how RNG works actually. Oh yeah, we got those maples. You are right, Jared. We are loaded on maples. I mean, we're still like unlucky based on how many trees we've chopped, but a lot better than we were. That's for sure. You gang say. That's why we're here. Your smooth do voice kills it. Thanks, thank you. Oh, DJ, I see. I was like, what's a do voice? Not gonna question it. My do voice. Oh, I also am one lamp away from 37 smithing. Or I guess I could also be one maze random coal loot away too. You know the legendary do voice? Of course. Apparently I have it. Anything else happen? Don't think so. Just a lot of wood cutting. On your free-to-play Ironman, you jump for joy every maze random. Those have such good potential for you. Yeah, they're honestly maze randoms. I feel like they're fairly unbalanced. They're just like needlessly good. I mean, I'm grateful, but like they have no business being that good. Like you just get those chaos runes and it's like, oh my gosh. Even for normal accounts, that's like pretty decent money. I see. Your last maze random was 160 coal, 30 nats, and a ton of steel arrows. That sounds very nice. Especially as an Iron Man, for sure. I love the iron arrow and steel arrow loots in this chunk because that's the only way I can get iron arrows. And here, let me see how many iron arrows I have actually. This one? 13,600. Quite a bit. That's what you're loving about this free-to-play Ironman account. Super fun to care about tiny stuff like a maze randomly and go nuts for it. Yeah. Yup. And I feel like everything is even more special in free-to-play too, because there's like the Ironman and the free-to-play aspect, which makes it pretty hard to get big unlocks and stuff. lots of limitations, but it feels super old school and you've been loving it so far. That's awesome. Kind of maybe a precursor to the vanilla or fresh start servers, what they're calling them. If you didn't have to buy a new membership to play on those fresh starts, I might consider it. We'll have to see though. See, the fresh economy doesn't matter much to me because ever since old school started, pretty much, I've pretty much played self-sufficiently. So, like Ironman while it's been out, and then I played an account like that was like unofficial Ironman after seeing Bodhi do it, and that was before Ironman came out. So I've been doing it for a long time, but never really played properly since old school. Been playing since 2008, so you love the nostalgia feel of this account. Oh yeah, for sure. That'll fit right in that time zone. I feel like bots will just flood the fresh start servers. Yeah, probably, especially if there's like they're not. It feels like if they're gonna do fresh start servers with a fresh economy, they should probably do something about gold swapping, because yeah, it feels like you shouldn't be allowed to gold swap, because then people will make bots to gold swap. Yeah, because then they can sell the normal gold in the normal servers. You reported like 100+ bots on your free-to-play Ironman. They're everywhere here. Oh yeah, for sure. Because like on free-to-play, there's no reason for bots to not be super obvious that they're botting. Because they just get banned. It's like, well, that didn't cost us any money at all because it's free-to-play. So who cares? Just make another one. And guess what? There's a bot for making bots, and there's a bot for training the bot up. So like, in free to play, it's just Destiny that you're gonna get bots. You do wish you could play the League of Legends, or the leagues. Sorry, leagues out of season. Missed a few of them that you wish you could give a run. Yeah, some of them had some cool concepts for sure. It's good that like I think there's gonna be quite a bit of carryover. I think they said they would have some carryover in some like concepts and stuff, or like tasks. But should be able to buy old league rewards, I think, with new league points. I think. Did they see that? Hello. I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Oh, I don't know where to start. Jarius? That was my best shot. I'll just call you C. Love my series. Thank you. Very kind. Been hard grinding coal and iron to craft steel items for experience and money, and they're all over Falador rocks. Yeah. Yeah, but that's a classic place for them. Hey Matthew, welcome. I'm gonna have to translate this. We'll see how much Google Translate can assist. Translate. Detect language. French. With if there are no race. How much do I trust Google Translate? Does it mean what if there are no raids? Is that what it's supposed to say? Oh, it's French for if I had, but with a mistake. Ah. I see. Just a play on words with this username. Okay. So I'm just too not French to understand. People that know more than one language, it's not fair. Why can't everyone just be as dumb as like the average American? Dumb it down for us. Maybe I'm giving myself too much credit by calling myself an average American. Getting called away for a bit, but have a good stream. Hopefully you'll be back. Alright, have a good time, Jared. Glad you could catch at least some of it. Says you. Yeah. I'm excited for hitting 197,000 logs, because then I can just drop everything. It'll be great. There are nearly 30 people here. If you have not yet, like the stream and help boost the community and viewers. Thank you, Jared. Thank you. I'm still curious about how much the likes on streams like promote it to people. So what do I have left for the chunk? I have a nice command. Well, it's an okay command. Called goals that'll print out what's left here. Mostly. There's some things that are missing, like 87 fletching, but that's passive. What else is missing? There's another thing, isn't there? Is that it? I think that's the main one that's missing, but this shouldn't take any extra time in the chunks, so I don't have it on there for some reason. I can probably add it. But yeah, there's a couple things. A couple more days. Burning / fletching a magic log. Yeah, there's so I actually need to fletch I need to fletch the magic log from the tree into the magic shield. But first I need to grow a magic tree, so we're working on that part. And then burning, I already have 75 fire making for that. And sometimes, the reason I say that it's passive is because sometimes I only have the attention span for fletching arrow shafts, and it's pretty consistent that I only have that like for half an hour of a day or so. I'm just fletching arrow shafts, but over however long I need to do for planting all these trees, it'll add up to put me past 87. And even if I don't, I'll have more than enough logs banked that I can probably borrow from fire making. So I don't know if you can tell in the microphone, but I switched rooms since my last stream. I moved out of the computer room and into the downstairs living room because someone's going to be living in that room soon. So hope it's not too like reverby or anything, but it is what it is. Still same stream schedule since you're downstairs then? Well, see, she'll be living here, like part-time through the week, so she'll be here Sunday night through Wednesday day. So I'll be like, and she'll be sleeping right over there, right next to where my computer is. So like, I don't think I'll be able to stream Mondays, but Thursday nights, so I should be able to do. So we'll probably switch to just one night. Which actually, hang on, I won't be able to stream next Monday then because she's moving in this weekend. So yeah, so from here on out, there's actually only going to be streams on Thursdays, for better or worse. Still getting seeds from nests? Yes, I am. Currently, we are sitting on 48 seed nests banked that we're just waiting till 50 to open, or until I lose my self-control. Okay. What is a raid 3 prep? Well, nobody really knows what raids 3 prep should look like, but this is what I think it should look like. Raids 3, they're releasing, so raids 1 was Chambers of Zarek, then raids 2 was Theater of Blood, and now they're going to release another raid called Tombs of Amasket, and everybody's really hyped. It's supposed to come out on Wednesday, and everybody's prepping for it. And me too, I'm very prepping too. Yay! Congrats. Was that 98? Probably. Congrats. One away from your first 99. And you can access it from your chunk. No, there's a very low chance I can. That's kind of the joke. I believe Tombs of Amasket is gonna be somewhere down here, like it's gonna be over here or something. It's like a desert thing. It's also supposed to kind of be a play on. There's a lot of videos from people about their raids 3 prep, so I'm just contributing to the YouTube algorithm here. That was kind of funny coming back to my computer. I've been leaving it on overnight, and so you come back and it's like you average 91 logs per hour because it counts all the time that like RuneLight is open, not all the time that you're logged in woodcutting. 91 an hour. It's very low. Always appreciate your streams. Always a chill evening. Thank you, Nano-san. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear better out here, but my youngest daughter is letting us know she's awake. If you get super lucky with RNG, Faladaddy might get to Raids 3. Right when Raids release. True? You never know. It's because you don't play RuneScape. Oh, I see. I understand. Hey, that puts us at 49. Used to like 10 years ago and in free to play. So you don't know anything about the game. Okay. You're learning through Chunkers videos like mine and Limport. Well, that's a great way to learn. You learn about a very small portion of the game, but you learn very in depth about it. Yeah, it shows the 3,000 experience per hour rates. Yeah, mine is 3,440 right now. We're gaming over here. What's your current goals to leave the chunk? Sorry for tired spelling from UK. That's okay, Jonathan. We can excuse you from being from the UK. There's a goals command which has all this stuff that I need to do, and right now, working on the farming, I suppose. That's what we're working on. Farming and beaver, kinda. And I guess if we're working on farming, we're also working on Tangler, but mostly just collecting seeds, because that'll take easily the longest amount of time. Hey, A, B, C, D, E, F. Just found out you're streaming and it's 4 a.m. Yay! Glad you put them up on the channel so you can chill with it later. I'm glad to hear that that's useful. I'm trying to remember who recommended that. Was that Love? Maybe it was Love. He usually has some good suggestions. But yeah, I put them up there unlisted, but like in a featured playlist, so that it doesn't show up in people's sub boxes and annoy people, because it always kind of bugs me when there's something in my sub box I know I'm not going to watch. I try to cut down clutter, but and we get to keep them up too, because we purchase the ability to listen to Monstercat music, so we can listen to this and not get our videos taken down, which is great. Otherwise, we'd be listening to a lot of RuneScape music, which isn't bad. Which it has been a while since we played RuneScape music, to be fair. Hey, Tovarik Moose. Welcome. Good to see you here again. We made it back to Monday. Are birdseed nests the only farming experience? Also, when deciding on the series, what made you decide on Falador with the farming patch? And were there any close contenders for start locations? Yeah, so I can get farming experience in like 3 different ways. I could lamp it, I could rake for it, or I could get seeds from nests. And the fastest of those is seeds from nests, which is still not very fast. But to answer your other question, what made me decide on Falador? Honestly, it was the 70 prayer requirement, probably, because getting that off of normal bones just sounded really, really fun. It sounded like a large challenge. And also, I knew that there would be so much AFK woodcutting, which like fits my mobile playstyle really well. So it would be a good place to do it. Although there was a close second. I was considering doing Varrock East chunk, which we're actually doing a project on that I don't think will ever come to fruition. But that one, it has like low skill requirements. It just like there's a magic requirement of like, I don't know if you get 87. No, it's teleblock, isn't it? 85. So you have to get 85. And you also have to get the Beaver Pet and Rocky. So it's a little bit easier because Beaver isn't very hard. Rocky would be the hard one because the only food in that chunk is like beer, pretty much. But that, if not this chunk, I would have probably tried that chunk or some just like random chunk in nowhere. One sec, everybody. I'll be right back.
Faint lights in the distance, a thin line that separates your shadows from my soul. As these walls begin to fall, head lost in the silence, cold stars illuminate the secrets on your tongue and the poison in my lungs. Where every passage ends, a new road begins. The further I descend, your labyrinth. Blind eyes in the darkness, frail hands reaching out, sword echoes in the smoke as the doors behind me close. No cure for the madness, each turn tangled in the
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
frozen sight.
The young one is upset. Alright, let's see what it is. Do AFK any side series, doing AFK grinds, or just watch TV on the side? We're not streaming, of course. Yeah, I mostly just chill for the most part. Yeah, I don't really play on many other accounts. This is my main. Sorry for 21 questions. No problem, no problem. That's what these streams are for, to talk to you guys, so it's only fair that we talk. Thank you, Tracky, thank you. If the stream suddenly goes down, by the way, it's because my cat is being adventurous back there. Am I able to watch your past live streams on YouTube? Yes, you can. There is a, if you go to my channel, there should be a playlist on the main page there. Not in the playlists tab. It's a featured unlisted playlist. And it should show up there. You can watch all of them. So if you're able to, if you miss one, you can catch up on it later. Cats greater than dogs? I would agree. When we moved in here, there was one dog. Our neighbor had one dog outside, and now there are like 11 dogs, and our property value dropped like 50% instantly. Yeah, you're looking in the playlist tab. My brother did the same thing, so I knew it was a problem. Which actually, it might work if I have the unlisted videos in a public playlist. That might also do what I want to do. Not sure. I'm gonna head out. Good luck on this Chungus Over challenge. Thank you. Thank you. See. Rice. Can't wait for your next videos. It might be a hot minute. I'm hoping to get a lot of wood cutting done in that one, but you'll see it in your subscription feed someday. So have a good night. Hope you have a good rest of your week. Hey Grant, what type of profession are you in that lets you play so much mobile during the workday? Yeah, so I have a desk job. I'm a programmer, so a lot of thinking, and I can have the phone just off on the side too. And especially with woodcutting, it's very easy to just click and then type or think, you know, so it complements my everyday pretty well. How much work from home? I actually have to go into the office every day. It's like a half an hour commute. But And really, for a programmer, you can pretty much, you probably could just work from home, but the company I work for appreciates everybody being there in person, so no work from home, just if I'm like really sick or, well, no, sick, I take sick days. Like if you need to work from home, you can, but I'm usually in the office, so. Off to bed. Have a good night, Jonathan. Been an absolute delight. Good night and God bless. Thanks, Jonathan. Have a good rest of your week. Good night's sleep. Glad you could tune in for a bit. Hey, Jonathan, welcome to Initiate. That is very generous of you. I'm glad you could join. There's some emotes that are not super, let me see here. A couple of emotes. I'm very slow. There we go. There are these ones. I really have to update them because I don't really rake. And my character looks different than that now, but anyway, thank you very much for coming to the Initiate member tier. That blows. Most of your programmer friends work 3 days at home a week or more. Yeah, a lot of people work, especially since COVID. There's a whole bunch more work from home, and pretty much you can pretty much swing any remote opportunity with programming these days, probably. Except for mine, apparently. But that's probably for the best for me, because it would be very difficult for me to resist the urge to have RuneLight open at the same time, you know. And that would be quite distracting. Just love the wholesome content. Oh, thank you. Hey, there's 50. You joined just in time, broski. That's our 50th bird's nest, so we're gonna do an opening. I'm excited. Okay. You have to set up the poll. So what is, we'll do 40% this time. 0.4 times 50, 20. Okay. And little seeds. 20 or more? Less than 20. Boom. Go. Alright, get your guesses in. Please don't leave, Gourmet. You okay? You'll stay on for the opening? Okay, we'll have to go through it pretty fast then, because Jonathan is fading. Of course, 20. Easy peasy. Okay. Let me record this. Okay, so we have 50 more nests here. Let's see how many usable seeds we get. I need to get rid of this here. Reset. Okay. So we're hoping for 120. I want to complete Lord of the Seeds, which is all of the usable ones, but we'll see. Okay, it's 1, 2. We're off to a good start, everybody. 2 U seeds and 4 maples. I hope so. 3. Okay, this 20 might be a joke. We'll find out. Maybe not. 4. Okay. Okay. Willow. That's good. Acorn. Last time we went really light on the acorns. We opened 82 nests and we only got 13. So hopefully we make up for it this time. Because oaks actually have a really good pet chance. Relative to how long it takes to grow them. Okay. Oh, where are these maples? Wow, we're just getting like 2 different types of seeds, aren't we? 8, 9, so we're at 9 right now. Still not bad. 10. 11. This is... There we go. You seed, baby. We didn't get any in our last 82, and now we get it. So that was probably over 100, or around 100, right? So that gives us to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we're at 15. Well, I should probably close this prediction because now it's all cheating. Oh yeah, surely we'll make it to 20, right? Surely. 16. 17. 18. Okay, I think we're hitting the over here. Surely. Okay, we're at 19. Still 19. Still 19. 20. Okay, we hit the over, boys. Woo! And we almost have Lord of the Seeds. Just need a magic. Which honestly, this has been going pretty well. It's kind of crazy that in like half as many nests, we already met our acorn total from last time. Pretty crazy. What was that? We're at 22 now. Okay. Okay, 23, 24. Okay, last one. Please be a magic seed. Oh well, we got some good nests anyway. Hit the over. Got 24? That's awesome. Look at these seed piles. Oh, baby. Yes. 26 U's just right there. That excites me. Alright, now for the next 50. How many seed nests an hour would you say it is? A good question. I could probably find out by looking at my playtime last stream and subtracting it from this one and then dividing by 50. But, you know, it's somewhere between 1 and 2 an hour probably. No. 2? I don't know. Probably around 2. No way. I have no idea. Just kind of depends. Don't call me Shirley. Yeah, it's also kind of sad though. I assume we're talking about the acorns. Hey Michael, welcome. You probably just caught the tail end of the opening there. Yeah, so much experience to claim from your secateurs. I hope we're getting the secateurs. I did the math, and if I would have had secateurs the entire time and none of my trees died, I would have had an extra 90-something thousand experience in farming. Which is kind of crazy. How many pounds of lasagna do you think Garfield could eat in a 24-hour period, accounting for the fact that Garfield sleeps on average 18-19 hours a day? This is like one of those math story problems. But how fast does he move? And what is the mass of the sun? That's also important in the answer here. You don't play RuneScape and have no intention of playing RuneScape, but the series is so interesting to you? Well, I'm glad that I can give you a peek into what peak RuneScape would look like were you to enjoy it yourself. Must have missed it. Where would the secateurs come from? Yeah, let me, so I wouldn't call it begging, but let me, I found it again. Okay. But that link to a Twitter post, I know a Twitter post, but I had an I only banked one. I had an exchange with Mod Ash about if it would make sense for the gardener to sell secateurs, because like it's the only tool she doesn't sell, and there's pots, and there's plant cure, which all that sort of insinuates that there should also be secateurs. And he was on my side. He just thinks that it'll be a when we get time kind of thing. So hopefully it'll be in other news sections of a news post. So that's why I'm not planting anything right now. I'm just biding my time, hoping that Modash remembers me. Someone actually did the math on this based on the comics, and it came out to around 20 pounds a day. Jeez Louise, that is a fat cat. This is what peak RS players look like, and you better get used to it. Very true. May not like it. Selling out Randy for a pair of secateurs. True, I am associated with Randy because he shouted me out unknowingly to me. Because I never get on Twitter. Apparently he had. Honestly, you don't think they should add secateurs? It'd be game breaking? You make a good point, broski. But what if they did? And the game did break? Like it'd be a little bit of something called power creep, which they've been fine with power creep, you know. As long as they don't give secateurs like a special attack that gives you a tango root every time, that would be a little bit too far of power creep. Gardeners shouldn't sell garden supplies. That's what helmet shops are for. Duh. Welcome, Michi. Welcome, welcome. Is this really how RuneScape players think? Well, hate to say it, but yes. We all think exactly like this guy. Chopping this tree. How many logs are we at? We should hit white stack tomorrow, hopefully. Everything goes well. What have you been up to, Bresky? You must have 80 range. You're 88 woodcutting already? Nice. Fletching. You have a lot of darn fletching to do, don't you? But it involved hellhounds? That would be a safe guess. Either a tree or a dog. Probably. I suppose dragons are also on his doable list right now. Do you know of anyone else following your rule set? I did know that there's one guy who I'm pretty sure has quit. Where is he? His name was Lonely Chunk. This guy. Yeah, he was doing an Falador Supreme OneChunk, but I'm pretty sure that he quit. He was working on Rocky and only got to 60 thieving, and then I haven't seen him on in a very, very long time. But he's the only other person I've seen. Yo, new Fally raid dropping soon? Well, I don't know what to expect with raids 3. The Tombs of a Masket. It's probably somewhere in Cassie's shop here. So I'm just doing all the prep I can by chopping down these trees. Because if it calls for 100,000 oak logs, I don't want to be that guy who only has 96,000, you know? So we gotta do the prep before it drops. Be ready for day of release. Best to be safe and prepare for anything. That's right. What does backlog mean? Yeah, so backlog, if you look at the actual chunk picker website, there's a backlog section, which I suppose that doesn't really explain what backlog is, but basically if there's a grind that in theory you either should have to do within this chunk, or if it's something that you should have to do within this chunk, like for instance, I have to get all of the Mahogany Home rewards, but I cannot reach all of the contract locations. I can't even reach my first one in Hosidius. So that is backlogged until I unlock enough chunks to progress it farther. So I also need the 99 construction cape, but I have no way to train construction, so that is backlogged. It is still a requirement because there is the cape in this chunk, but it's backlogged until I have a way to train, which will happen if I unlock the East chunk. So similarly, in regards to the command that Nightbot pooped out there, you can also, a lot of people backlog things at their own discretion, for instance, or backlog / just get rid of the requirement. Like meme drop rates are often removed from people's requirements. Everyone kind of has their own kind of rule set that they kind of determine things by, if things are reasonable or not. But for me, going for the Tangle route, which with my rule set I should have to get, it could just not be reasonable, because it could take, to be on raid, it's 6 or 7 years of just one tree patch, you know, with no dead trees. So it might be the only way I ever actually get to leave the chunk if I end up backlogging it. But then if you backlog something, you also want to have a condition for when does this ever leave the backlog. So my condition would be whenever I unlock another farming patch. Then I'd have 2 farming patches, which would make it a lot easier. Because there's kind of a time gate with just one patch especially. What am I lamping at the moment? I switched to lamping smithing because every lamp saves me like a whole day of killing guards. And so I'm lamping to 39, and then I'll be able to smelt all of the gold ore that I get from Earth Implings using a Dwarven Stout. But I'll probably just keep lamping smithing until I get 49. So, like, I have plenty of time in this chunk, and lamping can help speed up things quite a bit. So why not take advantage? Yeah, 1 agility is not ideal by any means. But I do have 2 for what it's worth. So 2 is just about as bad, huh? That's before someone recommended I lamp smithing, I was lamping agility, which is why we're at 2 already. I plan to lamp to at least 5 because if I unlock this has a level of 5 to get over. And I'd like to have that beforehand. And let me get chocolate again. I'd actually really like to get 50 to do the course here and have to get the squirrel pet for that chunk. I'd like to have that unlocked, but it wouldn't really save me any time to do that in this chunk, because if I unlock that chunk, I'll have plenty of time to lamp 50 agility there anyway, so I'll just shorten my time in this chunk by lamping smithing. Because it does actually take like days off of completion time of the chunk, so. Give you bond. I do actually have 1 bond, but it is not tradable. I don't have the money to make it tradable, so I apologize. You lost James Bond, sir. I put my sister's I put my sister in my phone as Bond, Tractor Bond, and it did the thing where it like moves the last name to the beginning or whatever, and so it turned out being like Tractor Bond or something. And so now I always call it Tractor Bond. Is your sister's name Tractor? No, her name starts with T. And so I came up with Tractor. So I was just gonna call her Tractor in my phone. I don't know. I can't explain. It sounds dumb when I say it out loud. But it was genius at the time. But wouldn't that just be something? You spend 9 months making this baby. Some excruciating childbirth pains. And you come out and you're like, oh yeah, she's a tractor. She looks just like Panchon Deer. Makes the same sounds as my combine harvester. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes much more sense. Thank you for explaining, streamer. Do I multi-log while playing this account? Well, not really very much. Sometimes I log in to grab my Iron Man who has dark lures to bring in some implings for me, but I haven't done that nearly as much since the possibility of secateurs. Because yeah, the main reason for getting nature implings was going to be to what am I trying to say? Would be to protect my crops, but if Monash is going to add secateurs to this lady's shop, don't really need that. So the motivation for that has dropped quite a bit. The other reason to do implings is, or to lure implings over is for essence implings, because I need a lot of runes for 87 magic. And then the other reason would be for gold ore from earth implings, but none of that is too critical. Like the gold ore lowered in priority since I started lamping my smithing. I suppose the runes are still pretty high priority, but when everything else fell in priority, it just makes it hard for me to make myself focus on 2 accounts at the same time when I could just sit here and watch football or streams or something, you know. Which, that reminds me, did the Jets win or lose? Wasn't looking good when I last saw. Hey, the Jets came back. Not the first time the Falcons have blown a lead, am I right?
To say
You're a Steelers fan yourself? If they're not giving a heart attack, they didn't play that week. I haven't gotten to watch a whole lot of Steelers, but from what it sounds like you guys got a guy. Just gonna see if he starts. But that division's supposed to be interesting, right? I always have to look up the divisions. Because this is my first year, like, fully following the NFL. My team that I have chosen somewhat arbitrarily is the Chiefs. They just have a really fun Mahomes-Kelsey combo there. Yeah, a couple. What a happy problem to have. You guys lose one and you get 3, I guess. Question for you last. Since I'm kind of new to the NFL, like watching, I mostly followed college. Who do the Steelers like hate the most? Presumably someone in your division, right? I remember when I was a kid, we'd sometimes turn on, we only got like 3 channels, and the local channel would sometimes have some of those games on, and every time I turned it on, it would be Bengals versus Steelers. So I like picked the Bengals because I like their colors better, and my brother picked the Steelers because, well, we can't both pick the Bengals. But that game is like, I've seen that matchup a lot, and it makes sense now because I understand that divisions are a thing, and yeah. The Browns? I see. I wonder how the Browns are going to do this year. We'll see what happens with what's going on over there. Their own fans because of their record, of course. American talk? That's right. This is late night America here. Bengals is a rivalry for sure, but the Browns is another story. You guys just hate each other? Okay, that makes sense. Cleveland is Ohio. Well, Bengals are also Ohio. I feel like I've been getting pretty unlucky on getting clue scrolls from these implings. Maybe I've just always been lucky before now. Who knows? Love the title. Thanks, Jason. We're doing our best to get ready. It's the least we can do. I'm just really banking on a large number of oak logs being required for raids 3, but I don't know. I don't read the news. We'll find out. Speaking of late night, you get some sleep. Good luck with the gains, D. Thanks, Lost. I hope you get a good night's sleep. Knowing you got some quarterbacks over there, so. $5 million. When is the next video? Good question. Uploaded my last one 2 weeks ago, and I am nowhere near close enough to having enough footage. And in the next one, I really do want to get loads and loads and loads of woodcutting done. I'm hoping that the next video has the beaver pet, and it would be really, really cool if I could get like maybe a magic tree. That'd be a cool way to end the video. But that kind of all depends on if Mod Ash comes through. Tangleroot, I'd take Tangleroot. To answer that question, Macaroniman, Nightbot will pop up a list here of stuff I'm working on, but the most notable one is the farming. Hey, love, try not to ignore you, but how's the seed grind gone since the last stream? It went pretty well. We ended up with 48 at the start of this stream, and then we hit 50, and we decided to open them because we do have self-control, but not like a ridiculous amount of self-control, so we did have to do that. If you want to see exactly what we got, you can like scroll back the YouTube play bar there to see, or I could just tell you we got like, well, I won't spoil it if you're gonna watch it, but we did pretty well. Show stats. Here are stats. Raids 3 prep? You're appalled, but you'll click anyway. Like, my entire subscription feed is just people saying that they're prepping for Raids 3, so I figured I should add my contribution as well. I mean, it's not like we're not preparing for Raids 3, you know. Oh, you can also see the stats here if you want to see like the progression of the stats and stuff. Hey, Goth Guy. Good to see you again. Welcome, welcome. See, you've gotten 700k XP, so you're at a great pace, it seems. Yeah, well, we're making good pace. Not as good as last Monday to Thursday, because I covered like 1 million experience in that time period, which is crazy. So, because I really grinded, but This is, I mean, it's not like I was slacking, but not as much. Weekends in general are lighter, so yeah. Every single one of your friends is prepping for raids too, and you're just playing Tower of Fantasy, chilling and waiting. There you go. That's the best way to prep. You lamping, crafting, and smithing all the way? I probably could. I'm gonna be lamping, smithing, kind of complementary to using the ores that I get from earth implings and the iron ores that I have saved up from guards. So the lamps and those I'm hoping to get to 49. And then for the crafting, I really only need to lamp to 20 crafting, because once I get 20, I can craft all of my uncut sapphires, which will give me enough experience for uncut emeralds. And yeah, I've saved up loads from randoms, and you can actually buy from the gem person down there. You can buy 1 uncut sapphire. So I'm not too worried about that. The main problem is just getting to level 20. But I do have a way I can get experience. I can get seaweed from baby implings and buckets of sand from earth implings, but the seaweed is 1 out of 100, so I have to catch like 100 baby implings to go on rate for 1 seaweed, which gives me 20 experience, making it into molten glass. So the lamps would just be to speed that up, pretty much, because it's very slow. Can't wait to see how the Carries Partisan will come into play over other best in slot weapons. Obviously, it'll have a purpose if they're gems only usable inside Tombs of Damascus. Yeah, I haven't looked too deep into it, but I just assumed that if they add a big fat new play this please, it's going to have some best in slots that are going to inevitably have some power creep. Or they won't have power creep, people complain, then they buff it, then there's power creep. About as slow as guards, actually way worse. Yeah, like, even when I was grinding implings, which is a pain in the rear by the way, you still get the seaweed so slowly. Like, last video, I've been sitting, I accumulated 5 seaweed all of last video. And that was like 3 or 4 months or something. 3 months, I think. So that's 100 experience I banked over 4 months, 3 to 4 months, something like that. So it is very slow. I actually just need 1 more seaweed and then I have level 6 banked.
Oh, to say what you wanna hear.
Farming, probably only awful thing. Yeah, it is very hard to grind that, you know. It's a lot of wood cutting and then planting stuff on like on a solid timer, which yeah, it'll be something. And when they get secateurs, you know, I'm not out of the woods from disease either. Well, assuming I can get secateurs. It does mean like every 40 minutes I have to check the tree, so I have to be smart about what I plant when, and maybe set some alarms and stuff to make sure we're not losing anything. You're hoping it's useful because your small bank needs a good free weapon. That's fair. Fair enough. So good at grinding. Well, I'm okay at grinding. I don't think I'm like automelogy levels of grinding or Verf levels of grinding, but we do okay for ourselves. 2 agility? Oh yeah. I haven't noticed much difference from level 1, but we get to say we have level 2, so cool. Welcome, Scott. Welcome. And mobility. I don't think I said hi to mobility. Maybe I did. I don't know. If I didn't, hello. You want to get back into playing RuneScape, but you can't be annoyed to do quests again. I try to buy an account with high quests. Well, I wouldn't recommend buying an account personally. Sometimes doing the quests when you're a little bit older, it's a little bit more of a nostalgic thing, which is kind of nice. And there's this, if you haven't heard of it, there's a plugin in RuneLite called Quest Helper, which makes quests as easy as clicking where the blue is. So, no like referencing a guide back and forth and stuff, so pretty nice and convenient. If you were to start a chunk boy, would you adopt you as your chunk son? Sure, yeah, we can always use more chunk children, right? Chunky children. Hey, saying too. Sup fam, been loving live streams lately. Such chill content to tune into. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We're doing our best here. And if anyone wants to watch me chop trees, I am willing to provide that. What clients do people use nowadays? Still RuneLite? Yep, pretty much RuneLite. RuneLite's kind of Jagex supported now. Like if you get the Jagex launcher, it can launch RuneLite, so they're working together. They're in cahoots, but they're still nice community developed plugins. Much nicer than the Jagex ones that they're trying to add to their new clients. And the Quest Helper is definitely one of them. Although they did add to, at least the mobile client, probably Steam client too, they did add like a clue scroll helper, a built-in one, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're too far off of the Quest Helper too. Wish I had more time, really want to join ya. Me and Broski are too cool. Well, we try to be cool. We try really, really hard to be cool. I mean, I think once you start one of these accounts and you just accept this is what RuneScape is gonna look like, they're really not that bad, and they're kind of fun. You know, you get to just tune in every night and make a little bit of progress, and then a week later, after a couple nights of progress, you're like, wow, I actually did something. So you just have to accept that I'm not gonna be bossing on this account like most other people. Not gonna be questing like most other people. I'm gonna be playing how I play. You just kind of forget about the world outside of your chunk, and then you're good to go. Absolute mad lad. How many oaks at the moment? Yeah, so I've been on and off dropping oaks. So like to get to 99, which I hit, it's like 300,000 or something oaks, but I don't have that many banked because I also fletched a bunch, and I dropped quite a bit because, well, on the way to chopping like 5 million, you know, I can bank them whenever I want, I can drop them whenever I want, pretty much. But right now we are sitting at, I think we're at what, 96,000, almost 97,000 banked, and I'm banking 197,000 for 99 fire making. I think that's all I really feel like banking right now, so maybe I'll get the motivation to bank 95 fletching too, but we'll just have to see. Maybe like all my calculations have been off of 99 fletching, which off of oaks is like almost 400,000 logs. But 95 might make that a little bit more reasonable. I might do that. We'll see. But I also have loads of arrow shafts, like 3.5 million of them. So if I can get a good source of feathers, then I wouldn't have to be too concerned about 95 fletching. You can go take a quick look at the oaks, see how accurate I was. Oh, yeah, pretty close. Almost 97. Watching my stream view count double since you've started watching. His channel has been awesome. Or really, I see. I rarely actually look at I think it helps me to not look at the live stream concurrent viewers, so I usually just pop out the chat and then don't see it. But that is cool. It's fun that that people are interested for sure. Yeah, it helps you stay humble and like see, I get into the trap of like every morning I'll open up YouTube Studio on my phone, and you know the first thing that pops up is your sub count, and like I don't really care much about it, but you still see it, and then you see what it is next time. It's like, oh, the number is a little bit lower now. Did I do something? Or it's looking at numbers can help, and looking at numbers can hurt. And usually if you're like trying to keep your head down, they only hurt. So hey, yo, look at that. We get a lamp, and that brings us, are you guys ready for this? 37 smithing, baby. Yeah. Sweet. I've been waiting for that for a while. So we need 2 more levels, and then we can boost to smelt our gold. Which I have enough gold to get from 39 to 40. Which 40 will look a lot nicer. All things considered, I have been getting genies pretty fast. It's been a long time since I got a dunce, but the genies have been delivering for sure. Hey Blake, welcome. First time catching the stream, I'm glad you could make it. I know that it's kind of a bad time for quite a large portion of the world. But you can always you can catch VODs on my YouTube channel, not in the playlist tab. It's a featured playlist on the actual main channel page. Oh yeah. But regardless, we're glad to have you. You get to witness this tree do its best to stay up and inevitably fall. It's currently 5 a.m. for you. You don't know what's going on with your life, honestly. Jeez. I'm sorry. I wish I could have a more EU-friendly time, but I'm always working when EU has a nice time. Just how it works, unfortunately. Anytime I'm up at 5 a.m. it is because there's a screaming child. Going for beaver right now, or what's the current goal? Yeah, so there's a lot of goals listed there, and I'm kind of working towards all of them, kind of. So, like, you know, chopping down a tree, chance at beaver. Okay. Chopping down a tree, getting seed nests for farming, for chance at tangleroot. So I'm working on farming beaver tangleroot, right? I'm lamping smithing right now, so working on that. I just got a level like a couple seconds ago. Magic, I'm getting runes passively through essence simplings that come by. So like I'm working on kind of all that, except for crafting right now. But yeah, so this, you know, this account is largely going to be a lot of this for right now. This person has the pet. And 97 farming. I see. The 5 a.m. screams. Yeah. Not too great, but they are just little humans learning how to be big humans. So, what you gonna do? If the secretaries aren't in this Wednesday, would you try to plant a few to just keep progressing? I'm not sure. I would probably, yeah. I don't know. See, the thing is, I don't know what tree I would use, because I don't want to do maples or yews. And oaks would be a good like filler tree. Like, you know, I'm going to bed now, so I'll put in something that hopefully won't die, but it could die. So it'd be a good filler tree for like that kind of thing. Where if it dies, it's not the end of the world. If it lives, that's great. Willow trees are kind of on the border there of that. So I'm not sure. The magic grind's gonna suck. I mean, it's not too bad. I already have, what was it, 68 banked? Yeah, a huge portion of that is actually coming from all the chaos runes I've gotten from maze randoms. So once I get all the elemental stabs from beginners, it should be pretty. I can actually start using runes as I get them, like more efficiently. Not have to worry about wasting elemental runes. So if this guy takes us, he's going to, isn't he? Oh, where are you going? Nobody saw. Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling like at the end there might be a little bit to do, but honestly, I killed some white knights, and really it isn't that bad if I have to grind out a little bit more. But I can't really, like, here, let me show you my rune tab. I have it on my sheet, which is in the description, but I'll link it here. There's a tab for magic, and it kind of shows what it's looking like right now, but I can also just show you right now. Yeah, so this is what the magic tab's looking like, which isn't too bad, honestly. The nature runes actually give loads of experience, which I wasn't expecting them to give such a large portion, but high alching is actually crazy good. Who knew? You just get so antsy, like you should always be progressing if you have it in the bank. Yeah, I mean, I want to use them, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, there is a certain, like, you need to spend this much time with a tree planted limit on the chunk. And I feel like I'm not working towards it right now, but maybe in the long run this will be, you know, save time. So I'm not sure. If not this Wednesday, I might look for next Wednesday, and if not in that one, I might just start going on the lower tier seeds. Not sure. We'll see. Hey Miso, second stream watching. Still going for seed nests? Yes, sir. Going for seed nests, essence simplings, beaver, tangle root, lamping smithing, which we just got a level here. Right there. So, working on the usual suspects. Can't wait to see the Tombs of a Mascot on the chunk man. Me too. I just hope it's in Falador. It requires a lot of oak logs. But we'll just have to see if Jagex had the same idea as me as to what it's supposed to be. Oh. Have you thought about what the next chunks might entail for grinds and whatnot? Does that say 10 mil in runes? I don't know, did it? Let me go check. Really soon. I have to remember to check. But yes, I have thought about what they entail. There's every time I go over it, I find a way to make it less succinct. But basically this chunk, pretty much just have to get the mining pet, pretty much. This chunk, pretty much we just have to get the rune crafting pet off of essence from essence simplings, which is like a 1 out of 1.7 million chance. So there's a good chance that for like to be feasible, I'd probably end up on the backlog, and then that would be a nothing chunk, probably. But I would use the essence that I've garnered to do my best. I'll do the north chunk. The north chunk would be I'd get the Dorix anvil because I can complete the quest. I also get Puro because of the well, I was gonna check. How is that 10 mil? Oh yeah, it's because of the body talismans. That mystery solved. But yeah, I get Puro because of the wheat field. I get the anvil, and since magpies, I think it's magpies, can give you rune bars, and I would have like ores to train smithing. And an anvil, I'd have to get 98 off of Puro. 98 smithing, along with all the other stuff like 89 hunter and 95 fletching and stuff like that. So that sounds rather difficult, but that's what that one is. This one would be 99 and then mining because the cape is here. 98 smithing because of there's an anvil in there, and there's rune ore from Mother Lode. There's amethyst, so I'd have to get like 80, some high 80 crafting, something like that. I would have to get 99 construction because this bagged plant seller offers bagged plants, which do not require a saw. They require a watering can. So I would need to get 420 mil GP to buy enough plants, and then I'd have to get like 38,000 law runes somehow, like maybe killing white knights, who knows, to do all the teleports to Falador, to my house, etc. To get 99, because I have to get 99 because the cape is in this chunk. And then I also, by then I would probably have lamped 50 agility, and I'd have to get the squirrel pet from the agility course. So a lot. As for which one I want, that's usually the question I get next. I think I would rather get the west chunk, just the straight up mining pet, because that's just really straightforward, a nice chill one. You just mine until you're done, you know. a lot of mining or smithing wherever he goes. Yeah, that's true. The smithing especially is going to be something.
Oh, yeah.
And I won't have a giant's foundry, so... Any direction, you'll be here every week asking for a P.O. box and supporting in any way you can. That's Brandon there for you. Hope you unlock Mudblood Mine to see how much runes you can save up. Alright, yeah, how much runes? Yeah. It would be something. It would be fun to see. I would definitely buy all those gem packs, you know? Just hope for the Onyx, because that would just be awesome. But of course, that would... Like, that would be, you know, in theory it would be a requirement, but it usually falls under the meme drop rate because it's crazy. Like, the amount of mining you'd have to do is very, very, very large. 420 mil. Coincidence? How many seed nests am I at? So at the beginning of the stream, we were at 48. Since then, we have gotten 2 more. We got to 50, and a little while ago, we opened them all. So you can look back in the live stream to see what we got, if you'd like. But it was a pretty good opening. We're hoping to do the Lord of the Seeds, where we get all the plant-doable seeds, usable seeds. But we did not get the magic seed, unfortunately. I was hoping to save them till I had 100, but 50 is okay. Would you ever consider adding a bonus reward for yourself for hitting a meme drop? Like, I'm allowed to go get something outside of my chunk or something if I complete something I didn't need to or something. Probably not. I'm not sure exactly what would fall into that kind of category. We hit 97,000, by the way, a while ago. Didn't even think of the Onyx. Imagine if Fury on the Faladaddy account. That would be perhaps the biggest flex in mankind's history. Like secateurs. Or like a nice adamant axe. Or maybe even mithril would be good. I think it can reach like a 98% or something. I have to look again. Any good shows I've been watching? Faladaddy? Not particularly. Not because they're not good, but because I'm not really watching anything. Because I am just a boring RuneScape player. I pretty much always, whenever I'm relaxing, I pretty much just turn on a live stream of some kind. Usually I tune into Mr. Mammal's live streams. Just sit there lurking. Otherwise, I'll watch some League of Legends live streams or catch up on League of Legends pro matches that I missed, or watch football, or just kind of vibe, you know. And for whatever reason, I never really feel like watching a show. I used to watch shows. I don't know what happened to me. When did I get boring? Not sure. Good night, mobility. Hope I get to pet. Me too. Me too. But yeah, have a great night. Thanks for joining for a while. Got kids, kind of takes up a lot of time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when I get home, it's kids' time, and then after kids, it can be me time. But even then, me time doesn't often involve shows for whatever reason. Started the stream right as we started to watch a movie. Happy to be here now, though. That's okay, Rinchons. Glad you got to join for some of it, at least. We opened up our seed nest we had accumulated. We got 50 since last stream, and if you want to see if you want to see the opening, it's earlier in the stream. You can just rewind it. But if you want the cliff notes, we did pretty well. Didn't get Lord of the Seeds. Yes, didn't get that though. We got really good luck, I would say, on the lower tier seeds. For sure. Yeah, we got 1 U, 1 Maple, and then a whole bunch of the lower tier ones. But I mean, you need the lower tier ones, so can't really complain too much. Like, I think we got as many, if not more, I don't remember exactly, more acorns than last time when we opened 82. And the oaks are particularly good for pet chance, because their pet chance is pretty good for how long they take to grow. So like, if you're able to be on top of your trees, I think it's actually faster to get Tangleroot by doing oaks, like on like tick cycle perfect, you know. At least that's my understanding. And it's obviously much cheaper if you're buying them. Been watching a lot of anime. Currently 86 on Crunchyroll. Wow, that's a lot. I used to watch anime back in the day as well. Watched all the like the normal, well, I guess some not normal stuff, like, you know, Death Note. Oh, it's a series called 86. Okay. I was gonna say watching 86 anime right now. That is a lot of anime. 6 series, that's still quite a few. You have an exact timer to log into the game 3 ticks before the tree grows? That'd be the way to do it. Although really, the tree grow timer hits every 40 minutes, so really you have 40 minutes of leeway before you're wasting time. And unfortunately, if you do waste 40 minutes, then, like, you know, you hit that and then you instantly waste another 40 minutes. It's in increments of 40 minutes wasted, so high stakes for getting stuff in the ground when it needs to be. Or being there at good times to prune your trees. If you have second tiers. Not Ash looking at me. Any plans to pass this account on to your kids one day? Well, I mean, maybe. I would be surprised if old school RuneScape were around that long, honestly. But if it gets to a point where RuneScape is still here, I cannot play, and my children are interested in playing RuneScape, sure, why not? Although I'd have to probably start raising them a certain way right now if to get them to like this kind of account, like playing this kind of account. Find a way to get some enchiladas, one Annie Buzz. I would take one. That sounds really good right now. The late night munchies are real. Gotta ask Ash. Maybe you can set up a text line where you text message him every time your tree grows or it gets diseased. There you go. Or maybe I could make a RuneLite plugin that emails me and has my phone buzz or something. How to complete the chunk in one simple step. Have your kids chop oaks while you work. There you go. Although my kids can barely sit still for 3 seconds, I don't think they'd have much success on this kind of account. Strawberries. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that one. Child labor, of course. Never forget going to your uni physics class and your professor walking by you doing Slayer. He called you out for not using a cannon. So hilarious. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's like you should probably be slaughter bracelet flicking as well, sir. One thing you notice is that the people you least expect play old school. That's true. Expect the unexpected with us old schoolers, eh? The chiropractor said I should do some stretches when I sit, so I'm gonna take a little sec and do some stretches. I will still be here, but I'm gonna mute. So, 1 sec. Oh, yeah.
How could I trust you when you hurt me so bad? Hurt me so bad. Hurt me so bad. Why would I love you when you hurt me so bad? Hurt me so bad.
Okay, we're back and we are stretched.
How could I trust you when you hurt
to make sure I do a good job. I have another appointment on Wednesday, and if I don't have any improvement, I think this guy could easily bash my skull in. He was very ripped. Just a quick survey of hey, there we go. Just a quick survey of the people that are here right now. If I were to look into like setting up a Discord, would that be something that anyone here would be interested in or not? Mostly because like if there's a time where I can't stream, I don't have a great way to tell just the people that would care, you know? So that would be the best way that I can think of to let people know. Okay, it seems like some people would like that, so might have to look into that then. Would Discord be the best way for you guys, or is there some other way of communicating with you fellows that would be optimal? I think pretty much the meta now is just Discord, right? Good to have options, but also only if you felt comfortable setting it up. Knowing monitoring it takes time. Yeah, it's true. It would be a cool place for all people to talk about their MMO progress, especially since I think most of us have some variant of a Snowflake account or Twink or whatever you call it. Yeah, true. A lot of people play the game not as originally intended, like me. But it'd be a good way to engage with other people having fun accounts for sure. I concur. Discord's the main account. Making a group chat. True. my brother's old school and he's like, well, you could set up an IRC channel. And I'm like, you're correct. I just don't think that the audience would want to join an IRC channel, unfortunately. An IRC channel is just some sort of like just text channel that you join in like a little chat room kind of thing. Hey, back-to-back inventories with seed nests. Nice. Yeah. IRC channel. Yeah, new nest. Which, I mean, I understand where he's coming from. My brother's big into, like, protecting his computer data, and, like, Discord is pretty invasive. It reserves the right to like, look at all of the programs on your computer that are running and everything. So, you know, it advertises that it does that because you know, it has the little thing where it's like, oh, Buzz is playing RuneLite right now. But it is kind of a lot of information that they probably don't need. You'd say that's nostalgic, but you're 20, so haven't dealt with them that much. Yeah, I've never used IRC, but he enjoys it. Granted, yeah, he's a very Linux person, which the average person is a Windows person or Mac, and they have different standards, I think, of what usable is. Nice looking lockpick. It is pretty bent, ain't it? You make a Gmail like Sir Pugger? Like a Google group kind of thing? I guess I'm not familiar with what Sir Pugger has set up. Does he use WaterFox as a browser? He uses IceCat. So he uses. He is upset that Firefox is it's funded by Google, which makes it like controlled opposition to Google Chrome, which just doesn't sit right, you know. And it's advertised as being very open, yet it's not quite. Linux users are comparable to people who enjoy Ultimate Ironman. I mean, my programming environment at work is Linux, but yeah, I'm just too used to Windows at this point, for better or worse. A monopoly? Nah. In this day, Supreme Chunk Hosidious start. Get farming out of the way with seeds. Feel free for whoever wants it. True. If you're going to do it, you should probably optimize around the farming pet if you're not going to backlog anything. At that point, would you just do like a fossil island start? Although it, you know, there's quests, fossil island, farming guild chunk start. Too much politics in browsers these days. Never cared about the company behind your browser. Well, you know, like there's like all these layers to like data security. Like your search engines will sell your search history. Your browsers can sell information. It all just depends on how highly you value privacy as opposed to convenience, because usually they advertise that they're doing it to improve your experience or make things more convenient for you. But that does mean that there's some people making a lot of money off of selling the web pages that you visit. So And then there's also like, you know, social media. They also store your data, and they all these cookies are saved on your in your browser, and they can read the cookie. It's just a big security mess, which if you're very very anal about data security, you got to be pretty particular about what software you're using and websites you're visiting and what cookies you're accepting, all that stuff. I hate Linux, but it's probably what you're gonna have to use in the future for work. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, my work environment is a Windows environment, but then I like remote into a Linux server and do the programming there, so it's familiar. I just do it all through a terminal, you know. So it's kind of both, but I do understand why people are turned off by Linux. It's definitely more hands-on. Took you a while to switch from Windows XP. Oh, I loved Windows XP. I'm still upset that there's no like Windows Movie Maker. Why'd they get rid of that? Why'd they get rid of pinball? Yeah, I don't know. Never got into social media, never was interested. Well, I'm proud of you, sir. That's the way I think most people should live their lives. I only ever really did like Facebook, and then I got to the point where like I would always have Facebook up on one of my screens, and you know, you see like some of your friends on there and you're like, I like you, I don't like I don't agree with what you're saying usually, or you're talking political, I'm just here to look at pictures of kittens. You know, like just gets to the point where like hearing from other people you care about just gets you down. And so I cut out Facebook, don't use Twitter, don't use Reddit, just pretty much don't use anything anymore, which I think has been a big improvement in my life personally. What languages do I typically program in? Yeah, so at work I program in an old language called ABL, also known as 4GL, also known as Progress. It's an older language that that's used for like terminal menu-driven programs, stuff like that. It's good at making like labels and you know, other stuff. What was that guy doing? But it's definitely not what I went to school for, but it's pretty easy to pick up. I also program I do a lot of bash scripting, a little bit of Python. Yeah. At my old job I used C#, and for my internships I also use C#. So, and then for school I learned Python, mostly all Python, some C as well. So, but these days it's all just ABL for me. You had to do Windows to remote into Linux in college, and it was so annoying. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. You get used to SSHing and SCPing all over the place, and it's oh. Wouldn't that be nice? There it is. Anyone wants it? We're sitting on 56 apparently. Man, I remember back in the day when these were like a mill, back before ESC. Those were the good old days. Windows Movie Maker still exists? Oh, just not a free part of the operating system anymore? That's a scam. Scam! Wish the computers were just pre-installed. Yeah. I do love me some kittens. Not gonna lie. Yeah, bash scripting. I do a lot of bash scripting, but uh, sometimes I have to do batch scripting, which when you're used to bash scripting, batch scripting is a pain in the rear, I'll tell you. It's like, how do I do anything? Okay, what happened to my music? Huh, I think we went through all of the chill out music. Well, I guess we're going on to this stuff then. What got me into coding? So, let me think. Originally, see, my brother is 1 year younger than me, but I've always been like the more gamer guy, and he's always been the more nerd guy. So, he got into coding first, and he wanted someone to code with him, and I played a lot of RuneScape, and I'm like, well, it would be really cool to be able to like program for RuneScape. So as a kid, I always wanted to be a game developer and work for Jagex. Now I don't really want that in the slightest, but that's what originally started it. And then someone at my church actually wrote a textbook, a programming textbook for the local college that he used in his classes. And so it's for a language that is very, very newbie. And so we read his textbook and went along with it. It was a very graphical kind of language where, you know, it has built-in drawing functions and stuff. And so we made a little game or two in there, and that was really fun. And then when we got to high school, our high school had a robotics team, a Vex robotics team. And we would compete in tournaments, and you would have there'd be programmers that would be in charge of like programming the remotes that talk to the Arduinos on there and stuff, and there would also be like an autonomous portion of the contest where you program what your robot's going to do all by itself to try to score as many points as possible. So did that, and then at that point you're like, what else am I gonna do? I spend so much time on computers and I know how to code kinda. May as well just make some money off it, right? I just have to trick the game into putting the axe in your inventory. That's the hardest part. I haven't found that part out. I have to talk to Randy about that. Got an internship doing machine learning for medical image analysis. And at school, only learned basic C. Oof. The machine learning stuff has always kind of confused me. As in, like, I'm sure that most of that is just someone made a nice library that does all the fancy stuff and you just have to make library calls at smart times and stuff, but I've never looked too far into it. Probably some Amazon Web Services kind of stuff. I don't know. Did I say batch or bash? I said both of them. Bash is what is commonly used as the interpreter for Linux, whereas batch is Windows' version. And they're very different. Very different. Recently got a Mac from the 90s on the side of the road. What? And you keep wanting to do bash in its terminal? That's kind of awesome. I know that, yeah, bash doesn't Mac come with that? Come with bash as its default interpreter, I think. I don't know, I don't use Mac, but that's what I remember hearing. It only thing that helped you was the fact you coded since a kiddo. Yeah. Yeah, like at some point it's like, I learned this language and this language and this language. What is another language? It's really just a way of thinking and typing, you know. You get a lot better at learning languages as you go. It all comes back to RuneScape. Yeah, we can blame RuneScape for my current programming job. I think Paradox Entertainment has better staff treatment than Jagex. Paradox Entertainment. Am I just dumb? Paradox Interactive. Maybe that's it. The video game publisher based in Stockholm, Sweden. The company started out as a video game division of Target Games, and then Paradox Entertainment. Huh. What games have they done? Grand Strategy Games. I've never heard of these guys. Give me a hard time. Just want everyone to know that you're about to predict something crazy. The next minigame Jagex adds is going to be a woodcutting minigame, and they'll mess up exactly how they messed up when they let Randy smuggle out an infernal cape. Never been wrong. Can take that to the bank, ladies and gents. But where will it be? Will it be in Falador? Machine learning is mostly people did the math and you're implementing and editing their algorithms for a specific case. Yeah. Yep, that's what I figured. So when people say they're doing machine learning, it sounds really impressive, but it's really based off of a couple people that did machine learning and you're just just tailoring it, you know. Once you learn Java and C, it became so easy to translate the knowledge to other languages. Yeah. One thing I will say, in my programming languages class in college, they had me learn a little bit of Haskell, and that is a completely different way of thinking. It is nuts. If you're used to pretty straightforward, like procedural kind of programming, oh my goodness. Haskell hurt my brain. There are some languages like that. But as long as you're like working in the same like family of languages, they're pretty much all kind of the same. Ooh, hot enchiladas. That sounds very yummy. That reminds me. The wifey said we should go try out this Mexican bistro in town. We were supposed to do that like last month, but then it never happened. Gotta make that happen. Good old oak. He's actually a beautiful old oak. Modern day coding is getting tasks from your manager, trying to code it yourself, then straight to Stack Overflow for help. Very true. Very, very true. There's some smart people on Stack Overflow. You tried Haskell? Let's just say you gave up as fast as your crafting grind. Yeah, I don't think I have it on this computer, but I have one program I wrote in Haskell, and it's like something very simple, like, you know, like maybe it's get the day of the year based, or day of the week based on some date or something. You know, one of those like kind of entry level programs. And I will not be able to replicate that program. I did it, I got an A. My goodness. Have you thought about how an ent is just a common wooden creature, but Volcano is a full-on mining boss? think you're onto something. I bet that's related to your woodcutting minigame earlier. They could just add a little bit more to Hespori at a woodcutting portion too, not just the farming check.
To 10, and we'll be where we wanna. When you're next to me, I can't pretend.
Add raids 4 to Falador, yes or no? Realistically, if they were to add a raid to my chunk, I probably couldn't do it. So I'd probably have to just backlog it. If we're being real. But if they happen to add it, I have all the requirements, and I can somehow complete them, I would be down. That would be some fun A tier, S tier content right there. It would be really funny if for one of these streams you pretended to actually be prepping for raids 3, like grinding combat experience. Now that's what I should have done this stream. I should just be killing these guards. This guy knows what's up. Although I think this will be the last stream before raids 3, I think. So this is my last chance actually. I am hanging out on, was it 55 or 6? 56. You heard in the path of Scarabus. There's an oak tree puzzle. Well, I've been prepping for that. Been prepping for the oak for a long time. I have the oak somewhat mastered, some would say.
I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music and I stay here for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind.
Sorry, what world did you say your Chrome crashed? We are in 356, and usually in my CC, so you can check there too if you ever need to. I will be right back. I must empty the bladder.
You know when you keep running but your legs are standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare but you keep doing it for the thrill.
Okay, we're back. Hope we didn't get any nests. Doesn't look like it. You know, I just passed by in the bathroom. We have a unassembled medicine cabinet that I need to set up for the sister-in-law who's moving in here. And those instructions, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, like the pictorial instructions trying to tell you how to put stuff together. Oh, it is something sometimes. Some of them just don't have a good a good angle. Hey Miso, welcome to the tree. Here you go. Thank you for the blessed content. Cheers. How do I give a bond? For bonds, you have to make sure that they're tradable, which like consumes like 400k or something. You have to put in, and then it turns green, and then you use the green one. You right-click use on somebody, and then it like verifies. So it's, yeah, to make it tradable, you have to add in more money, an even bigger money sink. 10%? Jeez Louise. That's a lot. Can I do that here? Price. Over here? Hello? Price. Old school. Newscape. Bond. Nothing? Is that not what it's called? Price bond. There you go. Jeez. See his moles in the chunk. When's that grind starting? So yeah, the grind for the mole pet and all of the items are is backlogged for a while because I cannot enter. Actually, you need a light source to try to go down. So we cannot even try. It won't let you. Unfortunately. I should probably make a command for that too. If I could. Oh, it says I'm busy? Okay, I'll stop. Thank you, it's Miso. That's very, very generous. Hey, Bond, they're not cheap these days. So that's very, very generous. Let me give you a good bow. Not a bad bow. I wish I could take your cape, sir. Would help me a lot with what I'm currently up to. But it looks great on you, so you enjoy it. I was trying to do a blow kiss emote, but I kept on getting notifications about these imp-links pop up over my emote tab. And off the top of my head, I don't know what F key opens. I'm muted. I'm done. I'm done. I thought I checked, so I was muted. Anyway, that's the first time that's happened. But thank you, Bisa. I was saying such nice things about you, Bisa. But anyway, I hope you have a good night, and thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you later sometime. He's probably gone now. Just seems like I just took his bond and then never didn't say goodbye. What a meanie. Fella meanie. Fella something. Seems like I never get very lucky on stream with the seed nests. We got 2. Well, I guess we've gotten 4 tonight because I did start at just 48. 4 isn't that bad. Never mind. I redact it. Retract? Probably retract. That's probably the right word. But we can redact it too, if you guys don't mind. Trying to decide if that's bass or bass. Super bass. Super bass. Anyway. Welcome. Respect the grind. Thanks, DC Engineering. It's quite a grind, I will confess. But we're making progress. That's one reason I really enjoy having that spreadsheet that I try to keep up to date, because it shows me the little progress we make, and over time it adds up to a lot of progress. So makes the grind a little bit more manageable. You can set like small goals that way, like I hope to complete 1% of my farming goal this week. Something like that. Hey Sam, want to reiterate, you're my miracle. Thank you. I'm glad I could be some inspiration for you. Welcome back, Jared Murphy. Welcome back. I don't know, were you here for the seed opening? We opened 50 of them. I don't recall if you were here or had left by then. Alright, you can go back in the live stream. I don't know exactly when it was, but if you wanna, otherwise I can give you the cliff notes right now. We got pretty lucky on acorns and willows, and we just had 1 maple and 1 yew, so we didn't quite get Lord of the Seeds, but it was still a good opening. Can't complain. Just the 1 maple. Any other games you watch/play? In terms of playing, I only do RuneScape. In terms of watching, I watch professional League of Legends. I watch football. And that's mostly it, honestly. Ate too many enchiladas? Sorry to hear that, Brandon, but I bet it was worth it. Even if you don't feel so great. You know, usually it's just a long trip in the bathroom and then your body forgets that there was a problem with the enchiladas. And is it enchiladas or enchiladas? I don't know. What's your job? How do you grind like this? Yeah, I'm a programmer, so I have a lot, like a desk job programmer, so I have a lot of time that I can have just my phone sitting at the side, and it doesn't take a whole lot of attention to click on trees, you know, so I can put in some good time there. It doesn't really affect much, so. Yeah, Maple and you didn't really deliver, but I mean, we got the same amount of acorns as we did last time, despite having only 50 nests as opposed to the 82 of last time. So you win somewhere, you lose somewhere. It's kind of how it goes. League of Legends? Why League of Legends? CSGO's better. Well, CSGO requires more skill than League of Legends. So I used to play League, and I was not good. But it was, like, fun. For me, for CSGO, I did download it and play it. I just don't like that, like, you can't aim down the scope. So, like, I'm just not good enough at that game. I'm not good at playing computer games, despite how much time I put into computer games. And like, I watch League of Legends because like I still enjoy watching it, and I follow it less for the gameplay and more for like the storylines, because I'm used to the teams and it's fun. Fun just keeping up with that scene. I don't really know. And League of Legends over CSGO only because that's what I used to play back in the day. Surf it off, Brennan. And enchiladas. That makes it sound like I know what I'm saying. Gonna take you a bit to stand up. Jeez. Sometimes you get spooned, other times you get forked. Yeah. Forked sideways. That's where you went tonight? To play a few CSGO games? Uh-huh. I think my friend plays CSGO. Yeah, he's been playing that quite a bit recently. Nothing against CSGO. It was Warcraft 3 back in the day. Uh-huh. Warcraft 3. I've always been confused by Warcraft 3, and it's because of my ignorance. That is the sole reason that I acknowledge it. I've always just assumed that like World of Warcraft was just like an MMO like this. Is Warcraft 3 something completely different than World of Warcraft? When you first decided to try CSGO like 3 years ago or something, you're also put off by not being able to scope. Found a gun with which you're able to scope, and it wasn't a sniper. Well, there you go. And part of the problem is I don't have great ping, and League of Legends was more forgiving. Or at the time I didn't have great ping. I have okay ping now. And I think there are a lot more better players at CS:GO. It's like less forgiving. I don't know. I just didn't have a great learning experience. I have a lot of excuses. Ask me for another one. Whoa. Let me catch up with chat. Sorry. It's still disastrous. I feel like it's a harder game. So I think you missed it, but what's the log goal currently? So we're pretty close to 100k, which is kind of the right now goal. But you know, we do need to get 197k logs banked for 99 fire making. So that's kind of like the end log goal, and then we'll drop them all. Might add in 95 fletching there in logs. I'm not sure at this point. I need to be convinced. Because banking takes so much longer. But we're, yeah, as you possibly briefly saw, we're sitting at 97.6k right now, so pretty close to a white stack. We had a lot of fun for about 2 months before the whole player base discovered how broken this scope gun was. This gun had not been changed for multiple years, and the gun was patched. Take advantage of the brokenness while you can. It's the biggest esport for a reason. Is it the biggest? It's bigger than League? I don't really know. Warcraft 1, 2, and 3 are real-time strategy games. Ah, okay. Also by Blizzard, probably. How much expected woodcutting experience will we end with for this chunk? Yeah, so I think to go on rate for the seeds needed for 88, I believe I would hit around 200 mil, honestly. Pretty much. So we're a lot of chopping. But we can always get lucky with seeds, you know. We can also get unlucky, but just roll the dice. When you shoot in CSGO, the bullets don't go where the aiming reticule crosshair is aimed. You need to learn every single weapon's spray pattern. To use weapons past 1 bullet per second. It's awful. Yeah, games that have bullet drop and like spray that isn't consistent with the crosshairs, it's very difficult for me. Like I tried playing Battlefield 3 or 4, one of those, and the bullets have drop and it like, oh my goodness, it's completely different. Because growing up I played Call of Duty 4 on the PC, and I was good at that game, but it was also very easy to be good at. I'm trying to follow along. Sorry, I'm way behind. Here goes Buzz. Warcraft 3 is a real-time strategy game that became famous for a custom map called Dota. Ah, okay. Which turned into HON. Don't recall what that stands for. And League of Legends. But Steam bought Dota. Okay, so Dota came off of Warcraft 3. Okay. Interesting. I'm learning. You can hear the gears turning in my head. The little hamster trying to catch up. You've been on Guild Wars 2 recently. It's great fun. Never done any Guild Wars, but I've heard that title many times, so I assume it's great. So think Stronghold, Age of Mythology, Battlefield Earth. That's what Warcraft 3 is like. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, Age of Empires. Those kind of, I've watched some Age of Empires like professional matches, which there's still a scene for that, by the way. I didn't know that, but my brother introduced me to it, and it's very intense. Man, there's like keybinds, key shortcuts for everything that I didn't use when I was a kid, and now I feel like I'm inefficient anytime I would want to play. You're interested in Riot's new MMO they're making? It looks cool. Yeah, I'm curious what it'll turn out to be. I hit 10k? Yes, I did. When did that happen? I think it happened right before my last video. I think. I'm not quite sure. I did not circle the date on my calendar, so I'm not quite sure. Any pet yet? Nope. No beaver, no tangle root. Still have Rocky, but that's it. The spray pattern is exactly the same every time you shoot. This is the reason CSGO is 100% skill and almost 0% luck. Most games have a spread, i.e. randomness, so less skill. Yeah, I know that's what, I'm pretty sure that's what Call of Duty 4 had. They remade the rank system for CSGO recently, and there's horrible players in the mid ranks, good players in the low ranks, and high ranks unaffected. Elemental TD and Gem TD. TD. I should probably know what that is. Elemental TD. Tower defense. Oh, okay. Let's see. I never got into the defense. I always saw people playing them. The tower defense games. Oh, hello. Been so close for a few weeks now, so it's awesome, man. 20k, here we go. Hope so. We'll just see. Let's go. And I know that, or at least it seems like the YouTube algorithm is not as hot on chunk content, or maybe just buzz content. I don't know, but that's okay. I mean, people see the first video and think that it's not for them. That's fine. But the first video was the one that YouTube algorithm really took, so that's okay. As long as I have you guys to stream to, it doesn't really matter a whole lot to me. Balloons TD. Let me take a look at that one. Oh, yep, comes right up. Oh, yeah. Is this, was this like on there's gotta be like an app for this, right? Because that's what comes to my head. It's like an app where people play it on tablets and stuff. Hey, Jonathan. Yes, we are cutting trees for nests and seeds, and beaver, and passively getting runes from essence simplings, and passively lamping smithing for now. And with those seeds, we'll work towards tangle root. So we're working on a lot of things, but it looks like we're just chopping this tree. Lot to do. A lot of time I'm gonna have to go into it. More interactions on videos equals more YouTube algorithm points, likes, comments, views all boosted. Like the video, everyone, and tell your pals to come hang out. This has been your hourly advertisement by Jared Murphy. Fishing! I love fishing. Oh, we might get a fishing level here. That'd be something. But I'm really hoping for the magic experience, because that's actually useful for me. Sexy cat right there. Well, it's not looking too bad. These clips where you might get a level and you might not, you feel kind of dumb recording it and then you get like magic experience. But then you gotta delete the clip. But we'll see. What would I even say for 38? Haha, perfect. I don't have to think of something to say. Nice. What we really adore about fantasy in general is the Scandinavian, as a Scandinavian, is elves. Since elves are taken straight from Norse mythology, they tend to be reflective of Scandinavian culture. Interesting. Did not know they were taken from Scandinavian culture. I guess that makes sense. There's like sprites kind of things, or whatever they're called. How much smoothing experience do I have banked? Yeah, that's on my there's a sheet that's going to be linked in the chat now and is in the description of the stream that there's a tab on there that shows my smithing progress. And yeah, I'm working on it from two ends. I'm lamping, so I have less required experience. And, well, I'm not really working on it from that end anymore, but I also have a certain number of iron ore that I'm waiting to get coal to use. But yeah, that kind of shows the progress of that, although it might all end up being lamped, honestly, because it saves time. Elves in Aragon just straight up speak Old Norse. Really? I remember watching the first movie of that. I never did the books, but my family all read the books, and just Norse, eh? That's a little bit less ingenuitive, whatever the word is there. A little bit less creative than Tolkien's approach to elves, but still pretty cool. Just check your past VODs, and if you get 3 more likes, it'll be your most liked stream. Well, dude, I should go like my stream. Can do it. How do I go there? Okay. I will like it. Like. I have liked my own stream. Elves in Scandinavian mythology, right? Family of gods. The word elf literally just means god. Huh. Fascinating. My. Oh, hey, you're right. I just get carried away. Did you do the clue scrolls I had? Unfortunately, the clue scrolls I had, I ended up fumbling. You can see the fate of those in, what is this? Newvid? Is that it? My latest video that I put up 2 weeks shows the ill-fated demise of the medium clues. Oh, yeah, okay, I understand, yes. You're correct. I was juggling a beginner and a easy clue last stream. The beginner I sent at the end of the stream and just tried for a one step because I have so much wood cutting to do. It makes sense to just try for one step, even if it's just a 10% chance. So I sent it, didn't get it, and this easy clue, I've been holding on to this. I'm usually too lazy to juggle while wood cutting because it's meant to be AFK pretty much, so but I do hold it on me just in case there's an impling that flies by that can give me a doable easy step when I drop it, and then if I get 2 doable easy steps, then I'll send it, give it a shot. But yes, I understand now. How can you forget to like your own stream? Like forgetting to like your own content. Own comment, true. On YouTube, you pretty much have to like your own comment so it looks like someone agrees with you. We did it! The most liked live stream! Woo, this is my best one yet, clearly. Couldn't handle the pressure of his viewers and threw in the towel. You can see the inspiration. Human connection to nature was a big deal in Norse mythology. The first 2 humans were created from 2 logs of ash and elm. Humans are just children of the forest. You see this inspiring the depiction of elves. Fascinating. Yeah, I played like Age of Mythology, but I never really, like, for some reason the Norse mythology part of that hasn't stuck with me as much as like the Greek or Roman one. But yeah, it's all interesting stuff. Tangent over. Just got a good PR guy on your side. Cheers. You'd have someone shouting out the likes and stuff. Oak, ash, and thorn. Many songs about those trees and sailor shanties. True. That's true. There's some good shanties. Or like Viking songs. I always love the Viking open fifth sound that they have. Oh, it sounds so good. Anyway, Brennan reminded me earlier that it is time for me to end my stream. I try to end at midnight CST, so time for me to get some sleep. Work tomorrow. Probably some of you guys need some sleep too. Probably. But hope everybody has a good night and a good week until Thursday. Well, you can have a good week after Thursday, but I'll try to be on for Thursday again. So where is Wave? Alright, goodbye everybody. Have a good night's sleep.